When did you start smoking dope? When did you start smoking marijuana?
When?
Yeah. Dude, get your hair out of your face. Yeah. I'm better. I can see you now. I can pretty much paint the picture of your life for the next 5 years. Okay? You are like the poster child for Mr. Laid Back. Wow, you got me with your logic on that one.
All right, folks. Today's courtroom moment is something you've got to see to believe. Judge Oakley is face to face with a young man who clearly thinks he's the star of his own legal drama. He walks in with that rules don't apply to me attitude, acting like the courtroom is just another stage. But Judge Oakley, he's not playing along, he's here to deliver a reality check. From the moment it starts, you can feel the tension. The judge has seen this act before, but today, he's putting his foot down. This young man carries himself like the system revolves around him, but he's about to find out just how serious things can get when the law stops being patient. So stick around, because this hearing turns into something way bigger. It's not just about the case, it's about accountability, attitude, and the moment someone finally has to face the consequences. And I want to hear from you in the comments. Do you think this young man will finally listen and take Judge Oakley's warning seriously? Or is he too far down the wrong path to turn around? Let's jump in and find out.
Come on up, Mr. Vick. Mr. Vick, are you going forward today without benefit of a court-appointed attorney?
No.
Where's your attorney then? Who's your attorney?
I don't have one.
Then you're doing it without one, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it without one, or you want to talk to one of ours?
I'll do it without one.
Okay. Dude, get your hair out of your face. Yeah. I'm better. I can see you now. All right. All right. I've got a ticket here, and the prosecutor says you're going to plead responsible to double parking, and we're going to dismiss a misdemeanor charge of reckless. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's the way you want to resolve this today?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you?
Let me see.
All right. I understand you're almost done with school.
Yes, sir.
Then what's your plan?
I've been trying to get a job ever since I was 7.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Where have you been trying to get a job?
I'm trying to get a job at the service yard at Holiday Inn at the apartments.
Okay. Why do I have a ROA for a double parking? And we've already got a double ROA for it? Oh,
So everything.
it's confusing. No, it's not the way I'm used to saying it. I thought we had 2 tickets going. Okay. All right. Where else have you looked?
I looked at the bait shop in Logo,
Okay.
and I also looked at Walmart and Buffalo Wild Wings.
And nobody's hiring you?
Well, Walmart, I don't know, but I can't get a response from Buffalo Wild Wings, and I'm trying to go to the holidays.
Okay. Okay. All right. You got a driver's license?
No, sir.
Yeah, transportation is going to be an issue then. All right. So what's your long-term plan? Done with high school, then what?
I'm trying to be an engineer.
So you're going to school somewhere.
Hopefully that's.
Where and when?
Well, I graduate this year, and maybe I hope to go to college. Maybe by the time I'm 19.
Okay. What are you waiting for?
Nothing really.
Then why aren't you going to college now? As soon as you graduate?
I'm trying to finish school right now.
No, as soon as you graduate.
As soon as I graduate.
Yeah. Why aren't you planning on being in school somewhere in the fall?
I mean, I really didn't think about that, but
When did you start smoking dope?
Honestly, the signs speak for themselves. This young man looks like he's been checked out for a while. You don't need to be a detective to see that something isn't right. His eyes are barely open, his movements are sluggish, and there's a blank stare on his face like he's mentally somewhere else entirely. It's almost as if he forgot he's in a courtroom and not lounging in someone's basement. Now, there's nothing wrong with being relaxed, but there's a point where it crosses into disrespect. And this goes way past that line. Walking into court looking completely out of it like you just rolled in from an all-nighter is not a good look, especially when you're facing serious consequences. Court demands awareness, respect, and at least a little accountability. So what do you think? Is he truly that out of touch, or is he just putting on an act hoping a laid-back attitude might earn him some sympathy? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there's more going on here than we can see. Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this case, it just keeps getting stranger.
Working now, so I'm not going to give you money. I'm not going to charge you fines and costs. I'm going to charge you community service hours. But I also have to give you a little lecture. Dude, I've been doing this a long time. All right? I can pretty much paint the picture of your life for the next 5 years. If you don't do something drastic. Okay? You are like the poster child for Mr. Laid Back. All right? If you're talking about going to school when you're 19, I can guarantee when you're 21, you'll still be talking about going back to school. Guaranteed. I mean, I would bet $100 of mine against one of yours that by then you could come back and we'd still have this conversation about your planning on it. Okay? If you were my nephew, I would put you in a car. I would drive you over to Canton on Ford Road. I would walk you into the recruiting office where you can talk to the Army, the Navy, the Coast Guard, Air Force. They're all in one building. And I would have you go door to door to door and find out what they could offer you if you sign up. Because that's what you need to do. You need to completely shake up your life to make something happen. Have you ever considered it? And I know you don't want to cut your hair, but it'll grow back. Have you ever considered it? Why not? Why? Because that's a valid reason. Wow, you got me with your logic on that one. Listen to me. How are you going to pay for engineering school?
Okay, well, if I get a job, I pay for it.
No, you can't. You can't pay for an engineering degree working at Walmart. You can't. If you join the military, they'll send you to college. You know, every one of the branches of our armed forces have engineers. There are Army engineers, there are Navy engineers. That's a plan, dude. You don't have a plan.
Okay, well, the officer that got me fired, well, I did have a plan, but the officer that got me fired, he should be able to get something.
Officer got you fired.
Yeah.
Okay, where were you working?
The USC fellow.
Okay, and how did you mean a cop?
Yeah.
How did the cop get you fired?
He was a member at the USC, and when it happened, I guess he got here to
You mean when this happened? Okay. All right. Okay. So I'll give you that. Okay. How's that change what we're talking? We're not talking about this case now. We're talking about your life. How's the cop getting you fired determine whether or not you can afford to go to engineering school?
Because I wouldn't have a job to pay for.
The BYC isn't going to pay for 4 years of college, dude. What were you making? $15 an hour?
I mean, I was making about $14,000 a year, so I mean,
that ain't even going to cover tuition.
No, here's the part that really makes you pause. He told the court he earns about $14,000 a year and had plans to go to college. If only he hadn't lost his part-time job. Really? That's like saying med school was in the cards until your fast food shift ended. The story just doesn't hold up. There's no clear plan, no backup, and nothing solid to show he was actually on that path. And yet, despite how flimsy it all sounds, I can't help but feel a little sympathy. When you really look at him, the way he talks, the way he carries himself, you start to see something deeper. This isn't just someone making excuses. This is someone who's probably never had structure, guidance, or a consistent role model in his life. It doesn't take a degree in psychology to see that this is a young man who's been left to figure things out on his own, and it shows. To his credit, Judge Oakley isn't just shutting him down. You can hear in his tone that he's trying to connect, trying to get through to him. He's not focused on punishment, he's focused on getting this young man to realize this could be his turning point. That kind of care is rare in a courtroom, and Judge Oakley deserves credit for that. But let's be real, the young man doesn't seem like he's ready to hear it. His body language, his tone, his attitude, it all says the same thing. Authority doesn't mean much to him. Whether it's a teacher, a police officer, or now a judge, it looks like he's been tuning people out for years. I'd love to believe that college is still in the picture for him, that with the right mentor or support, he could still turn things around. but from where things stand right now, it feels more like wishful thinking than reality. What do you think? Can someone like this turn things around with the right push? Or has he already drifted too far from the path? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. School.
Okay, well, I'm also adopted, so, the state would pay for it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see you again. 30 hours community service. Have it done by February 1st. Goodbye.
To be completely honest, I don't see this young man turning things around anytime soon. Chances are, he'll leave that courtroom and fall right back into the same habits like nothing ever happened. And that's the heartbreaking part. So many young men today seem lost, drifting without structure, direction, or accountability. It's just one poor decision after another, with no one stepping in to guide them. This is often what happens when there's no strong, positive male influence, no one to teach discipline, build confidence, or show what self-respect really looks like. When that's missing, even serious moments like standing before a judge don't register the way they should. Instead of showing humility or awareness, it's all shrug off, like the courtroom is just another stop in their day. But that's not how the justice system works. Consequences eventually catch up, and sadly, this young man looks like he's on that exact track. Judge Oakley even said it himself, he expects to see him again. And you can see why. There's no urgency in his tone, no real sense of remorse. Just a casual attitude that, more often than not, ends in long-term regret. That's just my perspective, though. What do you think? Is this someone who still has a shot at turning things around, or is he headed for bigger trouble, one choice at a time? Let me know in the comments, and if you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more courtroom stories and real-life moments like this. Thanks for watching, and, as always, stay sharp and stay safe.